With Velkhana in Monster Hunter Rise, can we finally say this game is better than Iceborne? No, not at all. Welcome back, classy crew, to another journal as I tackle new monsters in Sunbreak and continue my pledge to complete every single quest in this game, which feels like I'm never going to get to the end of this because they just keep giving you quests and quests and quests. And honestly, in the past week, I've only gotten, I think, I've only completed 2 new quests because I decided to AR grind. I was excited to get back into Sunbreak and step away from the 4U hunts for a while to try out my favorite monster, Velkhana, and see how she stands up in Monster Hunter Rise. And I was surprised at how familiar and how not too easy it was. So I was really concerned that Velkhana would be ruined in Monster Hunter Rise, that as a hunter, you're just too overpowered in this game, and that the fight wouldn't feel great. Now, the first thing that ironically happened is, if you remember when I took on Velkhana in Iceborne, I had a lot of real-world problems around Velkhana. When I first met her in Iceborne, my computer legit froze. She came up on screen and there was ice everywhere, and then my computer froze. And we're like, finally, when I did kill Velkhana, I actually ended up in the hospital a few days later with and I came out of there because I lost an organ. Anyways, I have 4 scars to this day, which match up to the 4 spikes on Velkhana's tail. So I have a very close and weird relationship with this Elder Dragon. And when I started Rise for the first time ever since having Rise on PC, the game kept crashing and loading it took forever. So I don't know what happened, but I'm under a Velkhana curse, and for some reason the game took forever to boot up. So anyways, we got into the game. First thing I did is pretty much went into the Velkhana fight. I'm like, I don't need to polish off my skills, even though I haven't played Sunbreak, and this game is easier than the others. And I know we're not gonna have that debate. If you want to hear my thoughts on is Rise easier than other Monster Hunter games, I actually made a whole podcast episode with Blue on that. Do check that out. The answer is yes, I do think it is. So anyways, I go into Velkhana, the fight. I right away notice, okay, she's a lot faster. Her speed has been increased to match the hunter speed, which is good. Then I noticed a lot of her attacks very similar to the Iceborne attacks, which was great. There were so many things that felt familiar. I'm like, oh, there's the like tail stabbing. Oh, there's the ice donut. There's the ice wall. There's the ice blast. All these things which were just hitting me in the nostalgia, but her ice donuts felt a little small and the ice walls felt a little small too. Half the attacks didn't feel very intimidating, to be honest, but the speed in the tail felt a lot more treacherous, I guess, than in Iceborne. Also, the whole like coming full of the ice cloak or whatever it's called, that thing didn't really feel special. I didn't like that I couldn't really hear the crunch when the ice shield was on her, and I'm trying to like smash it away like Lunagar, and you can hear ice crunch when you fight him. I don't know why I couldn't hear it as well in Velkhana, so that was disappointing. Overall, it was a very fun fight, and while I can say it did feel easier than Iceborne, I don't think it's fair to compare this Velkhana to the Arc-Tempered Velkhana, which left the biggest impact on me. I think eventually if they introduce a Risen Velkhana, that will probably be more relatable to the Arc-Tempered Velkhana fight, and the base Velkhana fight didn't leave that big of an impression on me. So I'm gonna say the 2 Velkhanas feel pretty similar, and it's fun in both games. Like, I just had a lot of fun with this one. I do feel a lot of the attacks are easier to dodge, that some of the attacks just don't feel as scary as in Iceborne or as difficult. And also, like the ice donut, I remember I had to learn how to roll into it to hit her, but I was like, did I really need to do that? Or is it because of the timer restriction that didn't give me enough openings to hit her? I felt like there was way more openings to hit her on this one. I didn't even have to abuse the donuts to get more hits in. So that did feel like the dance was less tight than in the Arc-Tempered fight. But again, I don't think I can compare this one to Arc-Tempered Velkhana, and I haven't played the non-Arc-Tempered Velkhana enough to really say which is which. All I can say, Velkhana, fantastic fight. Happy to have her in Monster Hunter Rise. Happy that they added a Palamute skin of my favorite monster. Of course, that is what I'm going to be using from here on out. I doubt they're going to find something better unless they put like a Valstrax Palamute. I think that would be cooler. The only thing I will say though is it did take me 40 minutes to kill this Velkhana, which took a while. And that made me wonder, is it my skill or is it my armor? I think the answer is both. So the first thing I did, and I haven't done this in a while, especially in Sunbreak, is I probably need to do some armor maintenance. Let me check out my skills. So I was looking at things, I was like, oh man, I like armor. I am not very good at armor building and armor matching. And so I always try to mix my armor sets, and for once I'm like, you know what, maybe I should just go full, just build an armor set. So I really like the Malzeno armor set. I like what it looks like. I like that it has the blood, I forget the name of it, but the thing that lets you like draw health on broken parts. So I was like, let's just build a full Malzeno and let's compare my before stats to the after stats after I've like maxed out a full Malzeno suit and see what happens. My attack, however, went from 345 to 368. So a significant improvement of about 30, if I'm mathing right, 30, 40. However, my affinity went from 10 to 0%, so that's gonna hurt me. Attack boost went from 0 to 4 because I was actually able to slot some in. My weakness exploit still at 3. Unfortunately, my Raptor Morph went from 3 to 2. I kind of felt that one. Crit boost went from 0 to 2, which is nice. Crit eye, I lost it, and my power prolonger, I lost it as well. I also lost quite a few of my evade skills, my evade window and my evade extender. I had evade window 5. I think it got down to 2 or 3. My evade extender went from 3 to like 2, I think, or 1. Lost a lot of defense boost, but hey, I got stun resist 3, so that's good. So overall, I can see I had a lot of defense in my skills, and I sacrificed a lot of them for 23 attack. Is it worth it? No. So the next monster is a monster I've been avoiding hunting for a while because I felt I needed to finish fighting him in 3U to kill him here, and now I'm just like, whatever, I just want to get rid of this urgent. So I took on the Lucent Nargacuga finally, first time trying him in Sunbreak, and I have to say, again, proof that this game is easier than old Monster Hunter because I did not struggle at all with Lucent Nargacuga. Like, it was pretty cozy. I did not have any poison defense on me. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get poisoned so much. I think I got poisoned twice in total. And that was something that like hurt me a lot in 3U, as I'd always get hit by the poison spikes. His most deadly move is when he goes Beyblade on you and just does crazy spin, and then he does crazy spin again. So once you start learning about the crazy spin, he can pretty easily be avoided. I've also noticed, and this one's going to be hard to quantify, but because in Sunbreak you see the numbers, I noticed when I was hitting his tail, his front legs, his head, I was getting gold, like really good gold numbers everywhere, and I'm just like, why do I remember him being so hard to hit in 3U? I recall bouncing off his tail, but maybe not his tail, but I was bouncing off his front side, his face, I was just bouncing all over him. And here in Sunbreak, I'm just like, whoosh, 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 whoosh. I'm just slicing and dicing this boy and getting gold numbers everywhere. Now in 3U, you don't get gold numbers. You don't know. I never knew if I was close, but I just remember it being such a slog and being so hard to hit this thing. And I get close, and he'd like a stupid tail would swing at me and hit me and knock me. I've never defeated Lucent Nargacuga in 3U, and here I am in Sunbreak, and I just whooped the floor with him on the first go. Now, to be fair, some people are saying, well, you're playing on easy mode because your health and stamina are doubled compared to 3U. Okay, fair. And my defense is dialed up to title update 4 levels, whereas Lucent Nargacuga was like title update 1. There was another Lucent Nargacuga which dropped with title update 4 called the Hazard Lucent Nargacuga. I did try it, but I was so tired. I did not have any like gamer juice left in me, and so I'm like, I'll see what it's about. He didn't feel faster, it didn't feel like he was hitting harder necessarily, but I felt really sluggish and tired, and I just gave it a try and didn't really go all in, and I pretty much just gave up after 2 cards. I'm like, nah, I'm not focused on this. I just want to go to bed. I'll try him again when I'm fresh and see if it's easier. Maybe at that point I will find that difficulty that I feel I left in 3U. It's not as hard, but to be fair, this is not a complaint. I actually had fun fighting Lucent Nargacuga. In 3U, that is not fun. That is pain, that is torture, that is difficulty that I don't enjoy. So here in Sunbreak, it's a comfortable challenge, and I'm enjoying the hunt. And if I'm at all sounding patronizing that, oh, this game's too easy. No, it's not that it's too easy. It's that it's easier, but it's easier in a fun way that I enjoy. And I'm perfectly happy with the way it is. I don't want it to be dialed back to what it was in 3U, because that's just pain. It's pain and it hurts. So other than that, my next challenge is I still haven't fought a single Risen in this game, or Ryzen, whatever you want to call them. I'm at master rank like 105 or so. I'm still grinding to get to 110, which is when I will have my first Risen fight, and then I've got like 5 others to level up towards, and my anomaly rank, I want to focus on that because that was in low 40s, and I've ranked that up to about between 50-55 now, so making some progress. But this is not a game I'm playing as much. As you all know, I'm playing for you right now. But as there is new content, I had to go check it out, especially knowing that it was Velkhana. I had to go see what that was about. So every now and then I will dip into Sunbreak, make a little bit of progress, but my focus is really going to be on Monster Hunter for you. So I will see you on the next stream or on the next journal, whichever Monster Hunter journey that may be. And until next time, keep it classy.